Will the audience please stand? We're now ready to honor the class of 2022.
While we are here to celebrate the class of 2022 and their accomplishments, it would be remiss for us to proceed any further on this Memorial Day holiday before honoring the military men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice and gave their lives in service to our country. At this time, I would ask you to all join me in a remembrance of them with a moment of silence. Thank you. We would ask that you would please remain standing as the senior members of our band lead us in our national anthem.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lindsay Vest, and I'm Senior Class Secretary. May everyone bow their heads and join me in time of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, as we graduate on Memorial Day, we remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. May we also honor and remember those who have passed on in our lives and cannot be here today, but we be proud of our accomplishments. God, we thank you for getting us from our first nerve-wracking day of freshman year to where we are now, graduating. We spent 4 years at Central Hardin, and it started to feel like home, and now we're leaving it all behind. We're now able to celebrate all of our accomplishments and challenges we have overcome. On this day especially, we thank you for our friendships we have made over the years, for all the memories that will last a lifetime, for all the jokes that we will laugh about in years to come, for all the hardships that have made us stronger, and for your love, which has guided us to where we are today. We thank you for everything that you have taught us that we will carry with us beyond Central Hardin walls. I pray that you lead us to success with whatever it might be. Guide us down the path that you have planned for us, and help us to not fall for the temptation and go our own direction. God, we ask you to watch over us and remind us to follow our dreams and shoot for the stars. Thank you for letting us be here today to graduate. In your name I pray, amen.
Good evening to all of my wonderful classmates and to all of our friends and family that have gathered here today. Welcome to the Central Hardin Class of 2022 graduation ceremony. It is my pleasure to introduce the members of the platform party behind me. With us today are Mr. Charlie Wise, Ms. Dawn Johnson, Mr. Ben Sego, Mr. Steve Bland, and Superintendent Mrs. Terry Morgan. Also on the stage are Senior Counselor Chris Adams, Senior Sponsor April York, Principal Tim Isaacs, and Assistant Principals Dan Corley, Tessa Dumbacher, Matt Bockham, and Chastity Yates. Also, we would like to congratulate our region champion boys baseball team on their big win today. My name is Natalie Williams, and I have had the honor of being your class vice president this last year. 13 years of school have led us to this exact moment in time today. That sounds like an eternity, right? So why does it feel like we blinked and now we're here? When you really break it down, however, school is only around 180 days each year. Over the course of our 4 years, that's only about 720 days, or approximately 1,036,200 minutes. 1,036,200 minutes of classes, playing games and power hour, asking your friends what they're wearing for Spirit Week, attending pep rallies, and maybe you got hit in the face with a ball in gym class as a freshman and fell down in front of all the, really cool seniors, whereas now you are that senior on the other side laughing about when that was you. 1,036,200 minutes of passing your friends in the hallway and talking to them to escape the boredom of the class you were about to go back to, and stopping in to say hello to all of your favorite teachers and annoying them with your stories. 1,036,200 minutes of wondering if lunch will be good today, and anxiously unwrapping your spicy chicken sandwich to find that, once again, it is unfortunately a regular chicken sandwich. My friends, our 1,036,200 minutes of high school have elapsed. Today, as we walk across the stage, we start a new chapter and time in our lives. High school feels like the most important thing when you're in it, but in reality, it is such a minuscule part of our lives. Instead of only having 1,036,200 minutes to figure out what to do with, you now have forever in your hands to shape in whatever you want it to be. So, my friends, with all the time in the world, where will your future take you? Grab every opportunity, but in the midst of all the new and exciting things that you now have in your hands, in the words of Ferris Bueller, don't forget that life moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop to look around once in a while, you'll miss it. Thank you.
The Bruin Spirit Award was established in 1991. This award is nominated by the faculty and recognizes an outstanding young lady and gentleman who exemplify leadership, service to others, school spirit, citizenship, and academics. The two individuals chosen for this honor possess a positive attitude, a willingness to help others, and a genuine concern for others. They provide a good role model and show respect to their peers and to the faculty. The recipients of this year's Bruin Spirit Award are Natalie Williams and Reese Sherrard. Please come forward. Congratulations on being selected as the recipient of this much honored award. A plaque has been placed in the Library Media Center in honor of this accomplishment, and Natalie and Reese's names will be added now.
The following students were recognized for their academic achievement at Honors Night. However, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize them again this evening. Summa cum laude honors a graduate in the academic studies curriculum with an academic average of 99 or above. Would the following graduates please stand as your name is called? Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Grant Avis, Sierra Bay Assen, Weston Bowman, Sawyer Cannon, Samuel Christensen, Braden Dennison, Lola Hackle, Tate Lewis, Andy McDowell, Cameron McMahon, Thor Newsom, Emily Pike, Reagan Reed, Madeline Stevenson, Fredriani Tirado, Nathan Turlington, Brianna Vessels, and Graham West. Magna cum laude honors a graduate in the academic studies curriculum with an academic average of 98 but less than 99. Would the following graduates please stand as your name is called? Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Caden Alvey, Ryan Bibb, Mackenzie Blank, Brianna Burba, Kaylee Cross, Caden Ferguson, Raymond Goodman, Riley Grace, Caroline Hayden, Landon Henry, Benjamin Hobbs, Stella Curie, Preston Keith, Michael Kirkpatrick, Shelby Logsdon, Alina Mattingly, Kylie Piles, Lena Soper, Savannah Weber, and Natalie Williams. Honor graduates are those graduates in any curriculum with an academic average of 92 to 97.99. Would all the honor graduates please stand at this time? You may be seated. The Academic Studies Diploma is awarded to students who have completed all honors classes in English and math, have completed 2 years of foreign language, and have a GPA above 3.0. Will those students please stand at this time? You may be seated. We would also like to honor those students who completed the Hardin County Schools Work Ethic Certification. Would those students please stand at this time and be recognized? You may be seated. Students who successfully completed a career pathway and passed industry exams or certifications receive medallions to honor that accomplishment. Would those students please stand at this time? You may be seated. The following students completed the requirements for their associate's degree through Elizabethtown Community and Technical College and were awarded their diplomas earlier this month. Will the following graduates stand as your name is called? Please hold your applause until all names have been read. Madison Adler, Hayden Ash, Casey Baker, Whitney Banker, Sierra Bay Azen, Weston Bowman, Caroline Breeding, Connor Brown, Kaylee Cross, Mackenzie Eggleston, Caden Ferguson, Marissa Felino, Raymond Goodman, Billy Guillaume, Lola Hackle, Caroline Hayden, Landon Henry, Harper Hines, Nicholas Gendrich, Madison Jones, Michael Kirkpatrick, Tessa Martin, Jake May, Cameron McMahon, Nora Miner, Carly Perry, William Reynolds, Savannah Roby, Gracie Skaggs, Brianna Vessels, Lauren Vest, Lindsay Vest, Savannah Weber, Lillian Young, Abigail Zering. You may be seated.
It is my pleasure to introduce the president of the senior class of 2022, Mr. Grant Avis. Grant is the son of Tony and Charmin Avis of Elizabethtown.
Hello, friends. It is with immense pride that I stand before you all today. It has been a high honor and high privilege to have the ability to serve this class. Before I say anything, I must say thank you. I feel strongly that every action, every thought, every breath of mine should be in thanksgiving to you all, every student, every teacher, every individual that makes up the heart of this community. All of us have someone to thank for arriving at this accomplishment, and we should not hesitate to make our gratitude known. There are certainly a lot of accomplishments this senior class can brag about. We are absolutely unique in the amount and degree of our achievements, and I could spend this whole speech boasting about all of them. But as you all know, I'm a lover of history. History is all about legacy, how individuals are remembered. As a class, I do not think we want to be remembered just for the outcome of a competition or the results of a test. Our legacy should be something greater. I want us to be remembered as a group of impressive individuals who use their talents in the service of others and in the service of our community. If you share my goal, your role in this community will not end when we graduate. If you want to better the lives of others, just as your life has been bettered by others, your role in this community will not end when we graduate. And when I speak of this community, I do not speak of the caricature that all of us will encounter as we go beyond our home. In the past year, I've had a lot of these encounters. I've interacted many times with many individuals from many different backgrounds and many different communities. This is always a good thing. However, I was surprised by some who had no knowledge of our home. I was surprised when they pointed out my accent. I was surprised when they started calling me country boy. I was surprised when they started calling me a hick. I was surprised when they told me there weren't paved roads in my hometown. I was surprised when they asked me if we used utensils in my hometown. I was surprised when I was treated as something exotic. I was surprised when I was talked over, when I was called belligerent, when I was taken for ignorant. I was surprised when I was derided for being born into a more rural community. Friends, if it happened to me, the guy you all call Polo Man, it will happen to you. No matter how much you buy into this caricature or try to disown your own home, it'll follow you no matter how far you go. Outside of Hardin County, we're viewed as a monolith. Though we aren't one and shouldn't be viewed as such, it is a reminder of our shared background. To somebody, you'll always be a stereotype. Prove them wrong about yourself and your community. Do not agree with them. Fight for our community. And when I speak of this community, I speak of several tangible things. I speak of the people that have given us everything we have. Our teachers from preschool until now, our families, our classmates, our best friends. And when I speak of this community, I speak of those people we love and the values they hold. These values are numerous, but the most important are rooted in how we interact with one another. Recently, I've observed other communities and other backgrounds, as I've said, many not too far from here. And I have yet to observe an ounce of the amount of kindness, respect, and caring that I witness on a daily basis in this community. Yes, clap. This community is great because we care about one another. And this community is unique because we care about one another. And I love this community because we care about one another. All of you that have known me for several years, and there's many of you, know that I wasn't the most conforming of children. I'm still not. I was a quirky little kid, and I was proud of it. I still am proud of it. If I had been born into another community, I have no doubt that conformity would have been forced upon me. Fundamentally, I love this community because it has shown unique love for me. In elementary school, even though I said no every time, someone always made sure I was invited to every playground, two-hand touch football game. And even though I chose to sit aside and read a book, someone always came to speak to me. And even though I hated sleeping in anything but my own bed, I was always invited to the sleepovers. Even though I was different, I was always loved and always taken care of. My nerdiness was encouraged. My true self was allowed to flourish. And I can say with confidence that no other community would have accepted me as you all have. I know I'm not alone in that statement. That is why I love this community, and that is why I choose to serve this community. My love for this community is not blinding, however. I do not shy away from acknowledging our problems and our blind spots. Sadly, not everyone has had my experience. I recognize that the unique amount of support I've received in my 18 years here may have been different had God made me a different sexuality or a different race. That must change. But what I do not concede is that our community's issues are all-encompassing. I will never concede that this community is beyond hope. I do not understand this mentality of if something is broken, don't fix it. That is not what we were taught. That is not who we are. This community needs work, so do the work. And if you can't do it for yourself, do it for those that came before you and those that will come after you. Somebody in this community made you into something, and you have the opportunity to make somebody into something too. I don't think y'all want to squander your chance to have an influence on the lives of others. And my friends, if we don't fight for this community and its people, who will? The buck must stop with us because there is no one else for it to pass on to. Who else? Who else but us? The people who dismiss us as rednecks aren't going to help. If we don't take action for this community, in this community, we are at great risk of losing what we love about this community. I want quirky little kids like myself to be able to grow up as their true selves, like y'all allowed me to. I want to live in a world where we care about one another. The environment we grew up in did not generate spontaneously. It was created by conscious actions from caring people. We have an obligation to preserve this for new generations of Hardin Countyans. We cannot be the last of our kind. And I have confidence that we will not be the last of our kind. We understand that we have an obligation to do unto others as has been done unto us. We will preserve the kind and caring environment that we grew up in. This is our hope, our goal, and our obligation. Let's do the work. And I know that I have an obligation to do that work because I feel I need to give back. This community, the people in it, have given me everything countless times. You all have saved me. No one else would have loved me like y'all have. For all that you have done for me, I'm beyond grateful. And even if your life takes you beyond the borders of our county and beyond the borders of our state, just know that wherever you go from this place, your Central Hardin community cares about you. That is who we are. That is who we always should be. As former Vice President Hubert Humphrey neared the end of his accomplished life, he delivered a quote which I think sums up our experience of the past 12 years. The greatest gift of life is friendship, and I have received it. This was a man who had a decades-long career in politics, crusaded for civil rights, was one of the most powerful men in the world. Yet on his deathbed, instead of reflecting on his storied accomplishments and his power, he thought about his friends. He thought about other people and what they had done for him. And we revere him today for what he did for other people. And I know that when I'm going, however gently, into that good night, I shall not think of any accomplishments or power I achieved. My thoughts will drift to my closest friends, all of you who share my beloved Central Hardin community.
At this time, please enjoy a performance by our senior choir members, When We Were Young.
Screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love, and not so bad. The only way you can know that all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. On every second that this world could give, saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days with the order. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. Until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. On every second that this world could give, saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I live. Whoa, every broken bone, I swear I live. Every broken bone, I swear I did it all. I did it all. On every second that this world could give, saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I live.
At this time, it is with great pride that we present the 32nd class of Central Hardin High School. Please remember to be respectful as names are being read. Grant Anthony Avis. Natalie Catherine Williams. Tate Guthrie Lewis. Lindsay Gail Vest. Lauren Elizabeth Vest. Jackson Avery Abel. Juliana Renee Atkins. Michael Brandon Atkins. Madison Elizabeth Adler. Caden Lane Alvey. Candace Hope Alvey. Christopher Matthew Ammerman. Mikey Robert Nathaniel Ammons. Michael John Anthony. Deavion Latre Armstard. Hayden Jacob Ash. Courtney Ash. Haley Grace Atherton. Ariana Marie Baker. Faith Deanne Renee Baker. Casey Michelle Baker. Justin Lee Ball. Kobe Jacob Ballard. Whitney Lynn Banker. Kyler Xavier Barkley. Abigail Faith Barnes. Randy Lewis Barroso Jr. Caleb Bumgardner. Sierra Nicole Oberiano Bayeson. Nathan Curtis Beeler. Shaylin Grace Begley. Isaiah Niall Bennett. Kaylee Ann Best. Ryan Edward Bibb. Mackenzie Renee Blank. Haley Ann Bogan. Ryan Alvin Boyven. Carter Stephen Boyer. Weston Bowman. Caitlin Alien Bronner. Caroline Breeding. Alex Tayshawn Bridgewaters. David Jonathan Brooks. Connor Allen Hilton Brown. Cooper Douglas Brown. Emma Catherine Brown. Mackenzie May Brown. Martina Marie Bunnell. Brianna Lee Burba. Madeline Ray Burba. Jaden Danielle Bird. Brandon Jeffrey Burkhead. Justin Matthew Burris. Jackson Wyatt Cousins Burton. Timothy Brock Burton. Kylan Doyle Butterworth. Sawyer Lee Cannon. Landon Joseph Carnes. Lee Carter. Samuel Ryan Christensen. Lillian Grace Kaufman. Sienna Faith Coleman. Sean Kamiki. Calvin Bradley Coons. Blake Allen Copeland. Jasmine Nicole Cordova. Morgan Lynn Covey. Carter Evan Cox. Abigail McKinley Crable. Elizabeth Riley Kraft. Kylie Marie Crick. Ruthie Critchlow. Kaylee Paris Cross. Ronald Eugene Crouch. Baltimore Lindsay Owen Crowder. Jalen Deron Crudup. Clover Radine Davenport. Nathan Edward Davies. Landon Davis. William Lewis Davis. Logan Kyle Day. Braden Michael Dennison. Reagan Madison DeRosa. Kayla Marie Dingus. Reagan Elise Donovan. Sydney Emily Dover. Christian Jonah Downs. Tyler Orion Duff. Kaylee Craig Dunbar. Corbin Wade Durant. Mason Connor Durrett. Mason Lee Duval. Isaiah Jean Eaton. Zachary Ryan Edwards. Mackenzie Renee Eggleston. Landon Curtis Elmore.
Jaden Lynn Figgett. Whitney K. Felt. Caden Alexander Ferguson. Kristen Natalia Ferreras Laura. Morgan Nicole Fletcher. Dylan Michael Flood. James Earl Florian. Marissa Elizabeth Folino. Chloe K. Frederick. Eubang Brian Jason Frederick. Samuel Colt Fredericks. Emma Faith Fulkerson. Andrew James Gale. Gabriela Garcia. Guy Raymond Godern. Nishan Samaj Gavin. Cadence Marie Gear. Hannah Marie Gibson. Carson James Goins. Faith Angel Gonzalez. Kristen Laura Gonzalez. Mallory Lorraine Goodman. Nolan Michael Goodman. Raymond Christopher Goodman. Riley Ethan Grace. Callie Megan Grace. Gavin James Gray. Kaylee Nicole Gray. Clay Allen Green. Austin Gray. Lily Grace Giome. Loa May Hackle. Jack Haley. Josh Michael Hamlin. Jessica Claire Hardy. Lillian Marie Hardy. Alexander Harlow. Callie Ashlyn Harper. Olivia Rose Harris. Holly Elizabeth Hatfield. Jaslyn Elizabeth Hawkins. Caroline Elise Hayden. Danny Joseph Hayes. Gabriel Michael Hedrick. Brennan Lee Henderson. Landon Henry. Bryson Amadeus Herndon. Andrew Michael Hess. Leah Faylene Hester. Elise Camille Heidi. Diana Nicole Hilbert. Haley Allen Heisel. Benjamin Matthew Hobbs. Clayton Andrew Hockman. Dalton Thomas Hodges. Emily Grace Hodges. Seth Randolph Holbrook. Rachel Alexandra Hornback. Olivia Day Hughes. Harper Ray Hines, Jessica Love Inman, Zachary Ryan Johnson, Madison Marie Jones, Stella Marie Keary, Kaylin Michelle Keffer, Anthony Keith, Preston William Keith, Luke Nathaniel Kennedy, Stephen Richard Kepper, Guy Thomas Kerr, Jarrett Allen Kerr, Patricia Jane Keys, Avery Carter Kinder, Wilson Robert Charles King, Michael Landon Kirkpatrick, Ethan Daniel Knight, Trinity Marie Knott, Madeline Rose Kuhn, Preston Scott Lambert, Grace Catherine Lane, Dylan Thomas Langley, Sarah Riley Lanham, Stephen Hank Larkin, Maya Lassesi, Nicholas James Lennon, George Connor Lewis, Mackenzie Grace Lewis, Liberty Nicole Lake, Alyssa Rochelle Lindsay, Monica Renee Lindsay, Easton Blake Link, Shelby Lynn Logston, Mackenzie Veronica Love, Alexandria Nicole Love,
Jackson R. Lucas, Gage A. Lyons, Abigail Grace Mabe, Adrian Faith Mabe, Alexandria Lane Mackey, Cara Young Mizell, Grace Marie Marvella, Jennifer Marlowe, Jackson Grant Martin, James Mason Martin, Tessa Lynette Martin, Alina Nicole Mattingly, Isabel Renee May, Kylie Bryce McCoy, Sammy Andrew McDowell, Brooke Ashley Marie McElfresh, Madison Ray McGuffin, Emily Sue McMahon, Cameron McMahon, Isabel McQuiston, Lily Juliet Menendez, Emily Page Milam, Malin Ray Miller, Nora Ann Miner, Amelia D. Mogenberg, Jesse Moore, Robert Charles Morris, Riley Lynn Morrison, Caleb Anthony Mudd, Marcel Kiernan Murga, Savannah Kelsey Murphy, Isaac Brody Neal, Daniel Brian Neptune Crutchfield, Emily Grace Newkirk, Thor Newsom, Victoria Alexis Newton, Alexander Doe Wynn, Elizabeth Grace Oldham, Kylie Marie Orozco, Andrew Thomas Orton Jr., Trenton Michael Osborne. Galen Lee Outland. Devin Anthony Owens. Lily Marie Paget. Caitlin Brooke Page. Connor Riley Paragon. Raleigh Monroe Parrott. Nathan Horatio Parrish. Mahi B. Patel. Sunny Kanalala Patel. Chloe Marie Patmore. Macy K. Payton. Seth Carrick Payton. Gretchen Grace Pearl. Dallas Lee Perkins. Carly Ann Perry. Morgan Andrea Petraska. Matthew Paul Phillips. Emily Rose Pike. Stephen Joseph Pike. Trenton David Pike. Christian Ronald Pinson. Mason Riley Polston. Michaela Cheyenne Post. Alina Polis. Allison Mackenzie Powell. Emma Rosemary Powell. Lauren Nicole Powell. Luke Spencer Powell. Claire Elizabeth Prater. Philip Preston. Carly Rafe Price. Tinley Nichelle Puckett. Kylie Madison Piles. Samantha Shea Ragsdale. James Coleman Ramsey. Mark Henry Ramsey. Allison Marie Reagan. Emily Ann Redford. Mallory Elizabeth Reed. Reagan Estelle Reed. Michaela Page Reynolds. William Summerhays Reynolds. Isabella Jane Riggs. Kayla May Riggs. Courtney Madison Riggs. Madeline Denise Riggs. Emma Irene Brashowski. Brandon Christopher Robb. Rachel Elizabeth Roberts. Carter Tracy Robinson. Savannah Faith Hope Roby. Billy Joe Rogers. Cristobal Romero. Brianna Krisney Ronk.
Stephen Brady Rose. Cody Lee Roten. Evan Michael Roth. Jasmine Carol Rucker. Isabel Rose Sams. Andrew Thomas Sanders. Lillian Lee Sanders. Jack Elliott Sappenfield. Carson Reed Scammahorn. Christopher Dean Shaw. Dalton Schulten. Miranda Jade Schultz. Sydney Elizabeth C. Shelby Grace Seeger. Aspen Marie Seitz. Samuel Thomas Sexton. Zachary Reagan Schaefer. Reese Kyler Sherrard. Avery Grace Shoulders. Alyssa Laura Mae Schrader. Jaskaran Singh. Gracie Elizabeth Skaggs. Haley Renee Smallwood. Christian James Smith. Dylan James Smith. Elijah Cole Smith. Wesley Smith. Skylar Paige Snodgrass. Lena Soper. Brandon Nicholas South. Keegan Miller Spratt. Samuel Edward Stallings. Mackenzie Ray Stambaugh. Nakira Zephaniah Steele. Madison Nicole Stevens. Madeline Jane Stevenson. Hope Elizabeth Stivers. Joseph Richard Sullivan. Rachel Amaret Tanner. Austin Taylor. Connor Scott Taylor. Fredriani Tristan Victoria Torado. Emma Caroline Tharp. Logan Hunter Tharp. Alessandra Thomas. Alyssa Nicole Thomas. Logan Thomas. Sean Anderson Thomas. Bailey Isaiah Thompson. Christian Hoyt Thompson. Jolene Thompson. Lauren Taylor Thompson. Mason Lane Thompson. Sarah Catherine Thompson. Connor Andrew Thurman. Isaiah Francisco Torres. Aaliyah Faye Tyler. Brianna DeRay Vessels. Molly Gail Vinson. Alyssa Ashiana Vidito. James Randall Walk. Joshua Wall. Claire Jean Wan. Chloe Jane Ward. Mackenzie Paige Basham. Chase Tyler Watson. Jasmine Renee Watts. Savannah Nicole Weber. Savannah Renee Weird. Alana Louise Welch. Bryce Lee Welch. Graham Davis West. Caleb James Whalen. Allison Faith Wheeler. Brendan James White. Christian Taylor Whitmire. Trista Danae Wiles. Mackenzie Denise Will. Devin Allen Williams. Michael Curtis Williams. Seth Aaron Williams. Thomas Caden Williams. Trey Williams. Jillian May Willingham. Kyle Hunter Wilmuth. Amber Lee Wilson. Chad Allen Wilson. Hayden Connor Wise. Logan Blake Wood. Austin David Woosley. Hannah Lael Woosley. Sydney Louise Word. Cheyenne Sierra Worrell. Brace Wilfred Wright. Hannah Morgan Yates. Lillian Riley Young. Abigail Lauren Zering. Please stand and join us in the singing of the Central Hardin Alma Mater, led by Morgan Petraska. The words can be found on the back of your program.
O Central High, our voices raised to sing of joyous high school days, to honor long the yellow and blue, and pledge to be forever true. O Alma Mater, please recall these central Bruins, one and all, to teachers versed in all the arts, to all the friends who stirred our hearts, to wisdom present in our halls, to all the memories we'll recall. Oh, Alma Mater, please recall these central Bruins, one and all.
That works really well. Graduates and guests, first I want to take this opportunity to thank our board members, Chairman Charlie Wise, Mr. Steve Bland, Ms. Dawn Johnson, and Mr. Ben Seago. Our board is dedicated to providing for the needs of the students in Hardin County. Also, I want to thank the entire staff of Central Hardin High School. Each of you have made significant contributions to the students before us. Now, students, take a moment to make eye contact with your family or teachers in the audience. Please thank them for their support by giving them a round of applause. My best friend shared a very obscure song with me. It's called the Graduation Song by Suntan. If you have the opportunity to listen to it, it has many suggestions. First, wear sunscreen. Second, take care of your knees. You'll miss them when they're gone. And on some more serious suggestions, do one brave thing each day. Talk to a new person, apply for your dream job, travel across the ocean. Don't worry about the future, prepare for it, but don't worry. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you plan to do with your life. You have time to explore and decide. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Take the steps to support yourself, but know you have people there willing to help. Finally, You are prepared to make great things happen. Take the next step. Graduates, please stand. Please take your tassel and turn it from right to left. Platform guests, ladies and gentlemen, by the virtue of the authority invested in me by the Commonwealth of Kentucky and upon the recommendation of the faculty in this administration, I declare the eligible diploma candidates as graduates of Central Hardin High School with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, go Bruins!